Hey you drivers out there, I got news for you. There's new tough laws for you drivers out there. And you're not going to like them one bit because I, of all people, know that you just want to drive any way you want to. So drivers, maybe the new set of hard laws will get you to straighten up and quit coming so close to hitting pedestrians. Maybe you will finally learn the right way. So drivers, when you want to make a left or a right turn onto the right-of-way of a pelican, and oh by the way, the word pelican stands for pedestrian. That's for all you retarded drivers out there to know. And there's also lots more things you drivers need to know, like you're not supposed to come close to hitting a pelican, and again the word pelican stands for pedestrians. That's for all you reary drivers out there to know. And I'm not talking about disabled people. No offense to them at all. Once again drivers, when you want to make a left or right turn into the right-of-way of a pelican, that is a pedestrian who has the walk sign, you need to patiently wait for the pelican or pelicans to safely cross the street. All of you reary drivers, just go ahead and turn without waiting on the pedestrian to walk across the street. You see drivers, you don't have the right-of-way, they have the right-of-way. You drivers failed to learn this rule in driver's ed, didn't you? And it makes me angry that you drivers failed to learn this important rule in driver's ed, since myself and other pedestrians have to cross streets in distress. And I as a pedestrian am so happy about the new rules for drivers. So drivers, here goes the new rules as follows. If a driver enters an intersection where a pedestrian has the green light or the walk signal and then enters the pedestrian's right-of-way walking lines or space, that driver can and will be fined $5,000 and possible have their driver's license taken away for any time up to 5 years. If that driver hits the pedestrian or pedestrians, they can and will be imprisoned for a minimum of 5 years and a maximum of 20 years depending on the injury, or worse, of the pedestrian or pedestrians. Well, I do hope you drivers are going to learn your lesson and stop distressing pedestrians, since if you don't you will pay the fine and maybe even do the time. Oh by the way drivers, this is not a true story, but it is exceedingly important that you find out the laws regarding driving for your locality, so you won't be in danger of paying the fine or doing the time. I wrote this story, which again isn't true, and I don't know the laws pertaining to drivers, but I tell you drivers, I'm sure there are laws that you need to learn and follow. Anyways, as I was saying, I wrote this story since I, as a pedestrian, have been caused much distress by you drivers turning and getting too close for comfort to me and my son while we've been out walking. And walking to us is not necessarily for leisure, but more as a life necessity to get to where we need to go, since we are not fortunate, like you drivers, to have a vehicle. Therefore it's just not right for you to continue to drive the way you do and scare and cause distress to us pedestrians. Your bad driving behavior will stop, or you will end up paying the fine or doing the time. Drivers, it's your choice. For those of you drivers who consider yourself Christians, I'm sure God most likely won't consider you for his kingdom of heaven, since you can't possibly be obeying his second greatest commandment. At least not by the way you drive, and you turn into the path of the pedestrian when he/she is trying to cross the street. Woe be unto those drivers who cause harm to pedestrians, for they shall be in danger of God's wrath and judgment, and who knows what punishment their soul will endure in the end. I just get really sick and tired of all the stress I have to endure every time me and my son cross an intersection, and this goes for four-way stops also. I am a nice, good Christian person. I would not wish any punishment or harm on anyone. However, I just think you people need to start loving your fellow man and start doing the least, and the least would be to start with your driving. Drive good, drive safe, and please don't cause any accidents. Guess that's all for my story. See ya.